Welcome. I'm Travis.
And I'm Tyler, and this is Strategies for Success, a show that explores many topics while aiming to equip listeners with simple and practical lessons you can use in your everyday life.
Now join us on our journey as we reach for the impossible. Hello, guys. This is Travis, and I'm so glad we are finally able to get the podcast up and going. Me and Tyler have been working on this for the last probably 3 or 4 weeks. This has always been a dream of ours to be able to share some of the strategies that we've had for success. And we're just excited and hope you guys will join us on our journey. Today's kind of our broadcast introduction, and we'd like to start off by telling you guys just a little bit about ourselves. Tyler?
So my name's Tyler McCrate. I'm 25 years old. I graduated college a few years ago with a degree in entrepreneurship, and it's kind of a funny one sometimes. If someone tells you they're an entrepreneur, it means they're either really successful or they don't have a job at all.
You know what I think of when you say entrepreneur there? I kind of think of like when people put Esquire on the end of their name.
Yeah, it could mean a lot of things, but really it was a lot of marketing and management classes. And when I first got to college, I didn't know what I wanted to do, what I wanted to major in. Once I eventually got into that degree field, I really enjoyed it, and I realized that's definitely what I enjoy learning about and like doing. So that really stuck with me. And then now that I've been in the working world for a few years, a lot of the stuff that I learned, I kind of keep learning about. And now that I'm not going to class all the time, I kind of had to scratch the itch of learning because I really enjoy it. So kind of always watching stuff on social media, reading stuff, or even lessons that people share with me. I kind of want to share those with other people, and thought that this might be a platform to do that. And now I'm in the working world. I help run a farm equipment dealership. I'm over the sales department, so kind of get to implement some of the stuff I've learned and want to continue to learn.
That's awesome. So Tyler has left over to me for my introduction. I'm 37. If you haven't figured this out, me and Tyler are related. Tyler's my nephew. And when he first kind of gave me the pitch for this show and the idea, I didn't really know what to think, but it just kept rolling over in my mind. And as we came up with the topic, I was just really excited to be part of this. So a little bit about my background. I've always been involved with sales, primarily working in our family dealership. Worked with Tyler's dad, my brother, for many years. We both worked for my dad, who's now retired. I've worked in every department. Probably one of the greatest things my dad had me do in my job career is be the cleanup guy, be the shipping receiving guy, work in parts, go back and be the service manager, work in sales, be the sales manager. And when you kind of have those experiences, let me just say I did a lot of learning the hard way. And we thought with this podcast, this show, that we could help people maybe not so much have to learn it the hard way, but take some advice on how to build their own strategies for success. Outside of work, heavily involved with church. I do a Oklahoma boys ministry program here, and travel around the state, get to work with churches, leaders. One thing that's really kind of stuck out, I was sharing with Tyler earlier, is that it just amazes me. I used to put people in places and things into boxes, like work is in a box, church is in a box, friends are in a box, family in a box. One thing that I've realized through the years is people really don't fit these boxes. People are just people. And so I go to these churches and I'm helping these churches, and they're telling me, hey, we're having this issue here and we want to be a success. And I realized, hey, the keys that they're looking for success are the same things that I implemented over here in business. And so what it comes down to at the end of the day is I think at first, Tyler, what's your word about getting up and getting with it?
It's execute.
Yeah, that's right. You got to execute. So we just came back from a business meeting, and the guy said, hey, I'm here to share some recipes with you for some really good stuff, but it's up to you to bake the pie, right? And I remember one time we had a guy come in, a business consultant come into our business, and he laid out this whole profile and platform of how to set up these processes in place. And I remember about 80% of the people, nobody did it. And then they were wondering why it didn't work. Well, Tyler, what's the word?
Execute.
That's right. You got to execute. Tyler, tell them a little bit about kind of your vision and dream behind the show.
Yeah, so like we mentioned, we definitely want to help people along this journey. Like Travis said, people are people. You know, you might think, who are we to tell you about success? But we view this as an opportunity to learn ourselves and then share what we've learned with everybody. And, you know, hopefully they can pick up something from us as we learn all together. So I want to share, we've mentioned a couple times already, I want to share the definition of execute. So the definition of execute is to carry out or put into effect a plan, order, or course of action. So everybody's probably heard the word execute. The main reason we're kind of harping on this is you can learn about things, and I've been victim of this myself. As I think in order to do something, I got to learn everything about it, and then I sometimes don't wind up doing anything. And that's kind of like this podcast. It was a little bit of definitely out of both of our wheelhouses, but we wanted to do it, and we thought it would be fun. We both like to learn, and we like to help other people, so this pretty much checked all those boxes. And so really, you know, we're talking about executing. That's something that we can learn, but we have to jump out and take a leap of faith and execute.
I know my dad the other day was mentioning a few things, probably crying a little bit, you know, about things at work. You know, this is what's going on. I need to change this, need to do this. And he reminded me of something. He said, man, maybe you should get a hold of the boss. Maybe he should change a few things. And, you know, he said it in a joking, serious way. But, you know, the truth is I am the boss. And Tyler's running the store where he's at in the sales department. And it's up to you to make the change, whether it's in your business, whether it's in your life. I know a lot of this, it needs to be applied to myself. Maybe it's in your lifestyles and your healthy choices, which would not be my strong suit. But whatever that change may be that equals your strategy for success, the key of this episode today is just what Tyler said. What was that?
To execute.
Execute. Yep.
So one thing we'll do every episode, I think that will help everybody to grow together and to show you that, you know, we're as involved in this process as you guys are. We're not just trying to teach you something that we don't even do ourselves. So we'll end every episode with a challenge. And so this week, this episode was a welcome episode. So the challenge for this week is to go up and introduce yourselves to 3 people that you would not normally talk to. And the key here is don't just introduce yourself, remember their names. So that's pretty simple, but introduce yourself to 3 people and remember their names. And as you'll see, as this podcast, we have more and more episodes. We will participate in these challenges alongside you. So for this week, on our social media, it's kind of to get everybody interacting, that Travis and I will meet 3 people and we'll put their names in the comments of the social media, and we help you guys do the same, and that way we'll go together. So we gave you a challenge, and now it's up to you to execute.
Challenge accepted, then you got to execute. That's right. So guys, just a little quick plug. Facebook is our #1 platform right now, and we hope to expand with some websites and different things. But it's been exciting. Challenge accepted. And Tyler, what do we need to do?
Need to execute.
That's right. Execute.
Thank you for learning with us.
Join us next time as we reach for the impossible. I'm Travis.
And I'm Tyler.
And this is
Strategies for Success.